Wearing face coverings has made life difficult for thousands of deaf children in England as they can't lip read what their teachers and friends are saying from behind their masks. Well, experts have warned that the students will suffer academically without urgent action to provide more support and adjustments. Benji Hire reports from London.
17-year-old Dina experienced sudden and severe hearing loss a year and a half ago.
It has been a lot to adapt to. It took about a year, I'd say the best part of a year, to fully adapt and accept it, but it's part of who I am.
Yet, whilst she was still getting used to living with this change, coronavirus broke out, and even though students have been able to go back to school, some are struggling to benefit from it. Teachers don't have to wear masks in lessons, but lots choose to. 1 in 4 deaf children in Britain, that's about 12,000 kids, are being taught by staff with face masks, and Dina feels they can be a big barrier to learning.
Children with hearing loss are already at a really major disadvantage in terms of not being able to hear well and access their lessons anyway. Covering up someone's mouth, such as a teacher, can be really isolating for someone, especially if they're the only person in their class that has hearing loss, can really make them feel left out.
Dina's the only deaf person in her year and is new to her school. Since masks are mandatory in corridors and lunch halls, social interaction with peers has become harder too. And she's not alone. The coronavirus crisis has disproportionately affected disabled people of all ages. Tom is just 9 years old, and his mum, Karen, believes he's been hearing impaired since birth.
In school, I think he adapted really well. What do you think, Tom? I think he's done well. I think the whole COVID situation in itself has had an impact. Tom relies a lot on lip reading. He can't lip read with a mask. He relies a lot on gestures made by the face, which he can't do.
So when their faces are covered, it makes it so it's very, very hard to hear what they're saying, because people with hearing loss are probably quite used to looking at their lips.
But mask manufacturers across the UK think they found a safe and practical solution. Clear masks. Now, those that rely on lip reading can understand what someone's saying.
So these are our new clear panel masks.
One such company is Eco Textura, run by Radhika Srinivasan. She produces sustainable masks, and due to COVID-19, it's been a transformative year for the business. She designs and sells both reusable and recyclable masks to schools and universities all over the world.
So we identified quite early on that communication through masks would be quite difficult, especially since a lot of those who require lip reading are deaf and hard of hearing. What we forget to understand sometimes, especially if we don't have hearing difficulties, is there is a significant proportion of our population that do, and they've been so thankful that products such as this exist.
Radhika is confident that wearing these will become the new normal, and they'll help unmask the current problems faced by deaf children in school.
Yeah, and more money spent on the game.
Already, her work is clearing the way for a more inclusive classroom environment, providing hope to the likes of Dina, Karen and Tom that their message can be heard. Benji Hire, CNA, London.